Don't look now, but that street lamp behind me, see all that extra stuff hanging down? Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but looks like it could be cameras. I think it's a good chance it could be cameras. So, we might as well put on a show. All right. Hey, seriously though. Men's health. I've been getting out, cold plunging, putting my feet on the earth, dancing, and more dancing, stretching, yoga, hot springs, hiking, scenery. Right now, clouds. There's a certain time of year where I fall in love with clouds. I mean, over and over, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain times of the year where the clouds are just amazing. I don't know what you can see on this. I'm seeing what I can see myself. If I get away from some light. Okay, back to men's health. If you want to get in shape, do some kung fu in the park, do some tai chi, do some breath work, do some cold plunging, do some trail running, exercise. If you want to get into the gym, I'm starting to do training for others. I'm a dance exercise. I really have not been a dance exorcist, yes. I have been lifting weights just a little bit. I do it for work already, but to be as trim as I am, I have to say it's because of diet, it's because of attitude, it's because of joy, it's because of fears removed. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I start working more like 4 days a week in construction or different things like that, and then working another 2 or 3 days a week in hospitality, in tourism, in van lifing, in building tiny homes, in building bathrooms for the homeless. There's a lot on the agenda here. So, agenda, I don't know. It's the first time I've ever said that. Hey, I got an agenda. Okay, I don't have an agenda. I have a set of goals. I have a vision. I'm a visionary. I'm born on the first day of Aquarius. Let's see, I should look at the camera, huh? Oh, those are some cool clouds. Born on the first day of Aquarius and feeling the energy of this new age. Now that I'm of age, of a certain age, and I'm getting younger all the time, so yeah, I think with good nutrition, good attitude, different things, you can literally be in the same shape as, in some ways I wouldn't trade my body right now for the body I even had in my late 20s. Even in my late 20s, I think I was starting to feel, well, I don't know, not so strong or something. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to start training, doing training others in many different things, in energy work, massage, yeah. I'm just laughing because of conversations with other people. Sorry, I'm not supposed to put my side laughs in here. That was a side laugh. So, yeah, I'm going to be putting things on YouTube that are fun, and branching out there, putting my voice out there in singing and joy and happiness and messages. And I'm really excited for this summer coming up. I've got festivals. I went to One Love, which was total hippie fest, so much fun. Magical time. There's something about the earth and the energy down there, and I think Salt Lake has a great energy too. But I've been told by people from all over, there's some cities are just not pulling. There's not pulling very much energy. They just got not the optimistic viewpoint as some places have. So a lot of good people here in Utah, at least the friends group I run with. So yeah, so I want to do things. We're going to be doing exercise things at the park, things where we get people together, things that collaborating with a lot of other singles groups that already do this. I used to at one point I dated somebody that in a singles group we kind of ran a singles group for a while, and during that year we met so many people, and we were still single, but we kind of pretty much dated each other in this group setting for like a whole year, and we ran into so many people, and I learned that I love people. I love meeting people. So I'm getting back to that after I had other things to do, and yeah, and I guess a lot of different just energy work, because you can, if you do positive energy, do the right steps, set intentions and goals, but you need to meet people where they're at. And I've been a lot of different places, in my life, as far as emotionally or different things like that. um, they got out of a marriage that everything's worked out great. The kids have adjusted. I feel really good about it. I feel strong that the kids had the best example of us trying to a point that it wasn't good, and then we didn't push it. It's like knowing when to move on, even though it hurts. And but being honest and communicating well is the way our hearts get stronger and stronger. Now I feel like I have an elastic heart, where it's like it still loves, but it can withhold. It doesn't get to those jealous things, those other kind of energies that were really, I don't know, in the Piscean age. I think that devotional feeling that came with the Piscean age, favored some of the decisions we made, would be favored more jealousy, like giving into jealousy rather than just conquering jealousy. So to conquer jealousy, to have conversion, and to have different things where you're not possessive, your attachments are healthy, your intentions are always being reset as things changes always happening. And sometimes religions don't want to say, ooh, we predicted the changes, and then when changes come, and they have to backpedal a little bit because they pigeonhole themselves a little bit sometimes. It's just I think the group think at certain things within the Piscean age of like religions and everybody grouping together with thought, was good at times. I think everybody always needed to have their voice if they were ready for it. And I think in this age, with all our ways of teaching people and meeting them where they're at. Now, shame isn't meeting them where they're at. It's standing above them and pointing down, and they're not going to like, oh yeah, they're not going to respect you if you don't. Respect is an even thing. Even though you're like, hey, I've done really good choices. I'm so much better than that person who doesn't have all that they want. And yeah, they cause trouble. I get it. You can't save everybody. But there's a different process of thinking through these things in a loving way that's coming into this new age. So yeah, age of I'm getting tired. Age of Aquarius. The important thing. Let me just leave you with one important thing. Age of Aquarius. Yeah, the age of intuition, because we have been pulled every 4 years. We have these elections that are heart-wrenching, and people taking sides and families taking sides. And I think that politics has gotten out of hand a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's whatever. Don't even think about talking about those guys. Jesus. You gotta unplug sometimes, but still stay plugged in. You know what the most effective thing is? You tell them, this is what I'm thinking in pure alignment, and hopefully erasing hatreds and all sorts of stuff. These are some of my things I have to stand true to. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want to be individuals, and we want to have choices that are our choices. What we put in our body. And I just think it's like right now, I kind of have a little, I think there's a lot of propaganda going on and trying to say, oh, we're really, 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 really hopeful that this is going to curb everything. And I know people lost people, but the idea that vaccines are needed for people who take extreme care of their health, I don't know. I think it's an experiment, and I want to know in a couple of years, like what things are really panning out, because you hear things about how palsies and heart murmurs and deaths and things, and I know there's people that put out shit, but Jesus, to like ignore that, not have any consequences to these companies that are pumping it out, and the government's like in on it too, because they're like, oh, safety, everybody wants safety. No, everybody doesn't want safety. Everybody wants freedom and safety, and both. But that's just, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that, but I'm taking really good care of myself, and I want to train others to do the same. I think so many people could have pulled themselves like 5 notches higher on their immune system. Nah, hey, vaccine's coming. Oh, I can get my free donut and get my vaccine. Get your vaccine, get your free donut. Stop eating stop eating. I had to do this seriously though. So I had to stop eating French fries. I also had to stop eating ice cream. I didn't stop. I just, you know how much energy your brain, your body takes to your blood goes to your stomach, and then your thought processes up here and stuff are like, oh, tired, and you go to sleep. You know what? To keep your testosterone high and your brain healthy, you need to be thinking about things, and so you need to have dreams that you're excited about and things that you're passionate about, and that's what you need to find. That's what I help people find. For some people, I've helped people do a lot of different things. So the working with people's energies on a level of just, it's like friendship, but it's sometimes, you know this, we all know this, we go to some of our friends and we get their advice when we know later on we're like, why did I ask them that, why did I, because you don't have enough friends. What you need to do is have enough friends that you have appropriate friends to talk about certain things. And because I'm such a diverse person, I have a lot of friends but I'm very, they know that they can talk to me. They know that when I talk to them, I care, and that I'm open and honest and really, really just put myself out there in a vulnerable way that I never did when I was younger. And even I'm running into people I knew in 7th grade and like having long conversations, and into the late into the night, and it's just like, because my walls are down, my irritants of who I grew up with or whatever are gone. I'm beyond that. It's just not worth it. And it's not worth it in your relationships with females either. So, and some people look at my life, they don't understand where I've been and who I've been talking to and who I have very, very meaningful conversations with that are very exciting to my life and the growth of my life that I couldn't give up because I'm not afraid anymore, except for these mosquitoes. They suck.